Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Leah Xavier. This is going to be my formal analysis presentation on Vincent van Gogh's famous painting, The Bedroom. And here is the painting on the right-hand side of my screen, as you can see. So in this presentation, I will be discussing Vincent van Gogh's famous painting, The Bedroom. This painting was originally created oil on canvas in 1888. It is a contemporary style of art, and this piece is 72.4 by 91.3 centimeters, which is actually quite small in person. The bedroom is a form of representational art that is 2D. It was made in the post-impressionism modern art period, and this piece depicts a bedroom that Van Gogh stayed in Arles, France, called the Yellow House. Van Gogh, in my opinion, was very successful in his attempt at portraying the bedroom. Visual qualities of this piece are excellent use of line, texture, color, and shape. Van Gogh uses variety and unity in his piece with the use of the various visual elements throughout his work. Unity is created because the bed, bedside table, chairs, etc. all work together to create this bedroom. I think Van Gogh's emphasis point is the bed in his room, with the bedside table and the chairs being the subordination. I think the directional forces in the painting start at the bed, which then leads your eyes around the room towards the right, following the path of the table and the chairs. Rhythm and repetition are in harmony with each other through the use of the very vibrant colors and line work. There's little to no contrast, in my opinion, in this piece. I maybe see some under the bed, um, behind some of the pictures and near the window. Van Gogh did a great job maintaining balance in his work by using an even amount of line work, color, shape, and texture. Like I previously mentioned, the bedroom is quite small compared to a person in terms of scale and proportion. Van Gogh used repetition of lines and shapes. You can see this repetition in the line work on the floor paneling, the bed frame, the doors, bedside table, the chairs, window, and the picture frames that are on the wall. Repetition of shape is used in the frame of the bed, the window sill, floor paneling, and the picture frames. Van Gogh used very vibrant colors in this piece, using various warm and cool tones. I think Van Gogh wanted us to be able to almost feel the wooden texture of his painting. To me, the texture screams prehistoric aged wood in the bed frame, the windowsill, um, the frames of the pictures, the chairs, bedside table, and even the floor paneling. I personally look at the bedside table first and the longest, just because I'm trying to figure out what all is on the table. The most vibrant color to me in this painting is the hunter green surrounding the window. The most interesting texture and boldest shape would have to be that of the bedside table. Van Gogh makes the negative space interesting by adding various hanging artworks, some fine china, and maybe some knickknacks on the bedside table, and then also add in maybe some like clothes or towels, linens hanging on the wall. I would say this piece is asymmetrical, but it has a good balance. This is achieved by adding the chairs, table, window, pictures, and doors, in addition to the bed. According to the Art Post blog, Van Gogh's aim for this piece was not to describe his bedroom and the objects around it, but actually to express what he felt in that moment. Van Gogh's main objective when creating this piece was to communicate an intimate and quiet atmosphere. The title, The Bedroom, is significant in describing the meaning because a bedroom is normally looked at as a quiet, personal area for a person to go. Van Gogh's viewers gave him the reaction he wanted, which was to understand what he was trying to portray. The formal qualities and the elements and principles of design support the meaning of the piece by providing a good understanding of the way Van Gogh was feeling based on color, shape, texture, line work, etc. that he chose. Using the formal theory of analysis, Van Gogh's painting uses various vibrant but soothing colors to create a relaxing, quiet atmosphere. The piece has an asymmetrical balance with the bed located on the right side and some chairs and bedside table to the left. The line work is used to guide your eyes from the focal point, which is the bed in this case, around the room. The colors and shapes in this piece create unity. Using contextual theory, Van Gogh created this piece while staying at the Yellow House, which he rented 4 rooms in Arles, France, 1888. At the time of creation, Van Gogh was becoming increasingly mentally ill, which led him to actually cutting his own ear off, and he actually needed to be hospitalized shortly after this painting, which leads me to believe that the calmness and comfort he represented in the bedroom was to make up for the loneliness and irritation that he may have felt, and he also may have felt that that was his only escape through this painting. Using expressive theory, this piece, in my opinion, is very self-explanatory in terms of what he was trying to communicate to us. When I look at this painting, I genuinely get this unexplainable wave of calmness over me. I believe Van Gogh did an amazing job in arousing his viewers' emotions. I think formal theory is the most efficient way of evaluating this work of art, just because of the brilliant use of the vibrant colors and the textural methods that he used and the line work to guide your eyes to make sure you don't miss any detail in this painting. So in conclusion, Vincent van Gogh's painting, The Bedroom, is a brilliant piece in my opinion that illustrates the idea of calmness and serenity. This painting is filled with various formal qualities and elements and principles of design that add even more beauty and technical success. His main point in creating the bedroom was to communicate a quiet and intimate atmosphere. He not only achieved this goal, but created one of the most influential artworks of all time. And I also, of course, wanted to include all of the sources I used to get a better understanding of Vincent van Gogh. I really enjoyed reading these articles. Is very interesting learning about him and why his art is the way that it is. It's so if you guys would like to get a better understanding of Van Gogh, these are some great resources to use. But that concludes my presentation of Vincent van Gogh's The Bedroom. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I had a lot of fun doing it.